Hello to you on Instagram TV, and for those that are also viewing me on YouTube, hello to you. My name is Edwin Dearborn. I'm the author of Power Branding Secrets, and this is a little different format than what I do with caffeinated content. This is going to be, because it's for Instagram TV, and be repurposing on YouTube. I'm taking a little different approach than I normally do with Facebook Live and upload that to YouTube. So while I do talk about marketing, I think that the Instagram TV, because of the longer format, I'm going to leverage that. I'm kind of testing around and playing around with it. So you may see some reiterations in the future, but that's part of marketing, right? I want to talk to you about Kaizen. It's a Japanese term, Kaizen. And I think Kaizen is a very important philosophy and practice to really wrap your wits and strategy around, because the number one reason that I see people fail in marketing, particularly in digital marketing, is they get overwhelmed. There's so many moving parts, there's so many technologies, there's so many things to deploy that they just go in so many different directions and they end up just doing nothing. Kaizen, you can look it up. But really what Kaizen is about is continuous improvements that are small, meaning you make a small improvement here and there on a daily or hourly or weekly basis, but over time the cumulative improvements have a big impact. So versus trying to create one big massive impact of change, you take this on a granular level over a period of time where you're constantly working to make small improvements over and over and over, and then you look back after a month or half a year or maybe even a year, and the impact is incredible because you did small, easy tasks of improvement. Now, if we, I'm just sharing you with the document that I'm looking here on my computer that defines what Kaizen is and some of the ideas, but imagine if you were to, like Instagram TV, what I'm doing with the video. Okay, I'm just doing what's called a minimal viable product. I'm just throwing up my iPhone, I'm doing a video, I'm gonna put it on Instagram TV, I'm gonna upload it to YouTube, no real script, no real intro or outro, nothing fancy. I'm improving my content on Instagram by at least adding longer video. Okay, that would be the first step of Kaizen. Okay, at least get longer videos up there. Next week, it may be, okay, have an actual schedule for my Instagram TV and let people know about it, but continue to do the videos. Then the week after that, it may be bring on hosts. And that improvement, little by little over time, allows me to grow and not get overwhelmed, but continue to deploy. And then I look back 6 months from now, and how I did Instagram TV or YouTube or any type of marketing channel then has drastically improved from when I started, because I took small incremental changes of improvement. I took the right gradient of improvement and didn't overwhelm myself with, oh, I've got to do this with my videos, and I got to do this, and I got to do that. And now all of a sudden it's paralysis by analysis, because I'm trying to add 10 changes at once, and now I get overwhelmed and I don't make any changes, nor do I employ any of my content. I see this in marketing all the time. Oh, we need to be on Twitter, and our website has to be perfect, and then we have to do this, and then we have to have our sales funnel, and then we have to have our email drip campaign, and we've got to have all these things before we do anything. Whereas I would say, no, if you already have a website, let's make these 5 small changes to your website. Then a month from now, we can add some more changes to your website, and then we can have a redesign, and then we can add some blogging, and then you look back a year and you're like, man, we've done 35 changes to the website. It's a completely different website. It's more engaging. It's got better SEO, but we never overwhelmed ourselves or stopped ourselves from doing anything, because we decided to take small incremental steps towards the big change. And this philosophy of Kaizen can be applied to any marketing channel. You can start where you're at and go, okay, what are the small changes I can make today or this week or this month? Great. Make those changes. Make it a routine. Good. Now what changes can we do? Now, this is so important. I can't even overstress how important this is, because having talked to multiple people about their marketing, whether it's realtors, small business owners, financial professionals, mortgage brokers, dentists, chiros, I mean, I've worked with them all. They have this idea that, you know, everything's got to be perfect, everything's got to be in a certain way before we deploy, and now there's 200 things that we need to get going before we even launch the brand, when I say, no, let's take what we have and let's start making small improvements over time, and then in 6 months we will have actually gotten there and made all the improvements, versus trying to go off into 18 different directions and make 200 changes, which usually 99% of the time results in no activity and death by committees and frustration, and most importantly, no activity. Whereas Kaizen says, make small improvements today, but keep going. Keep deploying while also adding the small improvements while you're going. It's not to stop going. It's not to stop marketing. Continue to do what you're doing, but add the small improvements. And this is, I think, what opens the door to getting so many people going, because they look at the big objective that they want to get to. You know, I need to have $1 million in online sales. They're doing $20 and they're just like, oh, how am I going to get there? Kaizen. First we'll get $10,000 in sales. Let's have that first benchmark. Then let's get to 50,000. It may take us 3 years. In fact, it probably will. If you take a look at how long it takes to build a brand, even online, it takes years. But if we've got all these things to do and we're looking at 3 years, most of the time they stop and don't do anything. Whereas Kaizen goes, you know what, I can make these small changes today, and then next week, and then some more small changes. This philosophy, this practice, is how I've gotten to where I've gotten. It's not, I didn't get, you know, people are like, well, you're so comfortable on YouTube. You're so comfortable with your videos. Yeah, you should watch my videos 3 or 4 years ago. I wasn't that comfortable, but I kept doing them, and I looked at them and I said, oh, I could probably make that change here better in the lighting, or I could make that change here. And over time, by doing and doing, reviewing and making small little changes over time, I got better at it. But I never stopped deploying my marketing. Okay. Hopefully this has been helpful. If you are looking to get some help on your marketing and how to deploy Kaizen for you, reach out to me. I've worked with hundreds of brands. I lecture all across the United States. I have a vast bullpen of data. I've written a couple books. I'm on my 3rd book. So I'm in the space and know how to get results. All right. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.